Sorry everybody, I missed last week, but I am back for week 4 of Claim to Fame, and this show is still great. I'm still very much enjoying it, and we're even seeing some strategy that I really didn't think would exist. I thought the strategy was going to be, oh, I know who that person is related to, so I'm gonna knock them out. I thought that that's how this was gonna go down, and there wasn't gonna be alliances and this and that, but that is not how it's going, and it's pretty interesting to see that we have basically gone on a streak where the people who are playing the game the hardest are all getting kicked out. Michael, episode 2, really going back to episode 1 where Maxwell got kicked out for sneaking a phone in so he could just Google everybody. Episode 2, Michael goes home, who was playing real hard, just wanted to play the game. Episode 3, which we missed, X gets kicked out and he was definitely playing the game. Episode 4, we see Brittany go home and we get the storyline set up to potentially Dominique getting the boot next week, or at least having people really realize that she is playing the game as well. So let's run through some of this episode. We got to see a fashion show for the challenge where our contestants had to wear an item related to their celebrity during the fashion show, and it was pretty interesting. Seemed like everybody was having fun. Pepper and Brittany end up losing the challenge, so one of them will have to guess. Meanwhile, LC takes the win, and I love the whole storyline of basically has to wear these bee wings, which is supposed to be for the movie Aquila and the bee, which I thought it was pretty silly that she basically dressed up like a bee on top of it when the wings didn't scream Bumblebee. She could have gone with some fairy stuff, or tried to sell it off as a butterfly or something, but no, she just leans into the clue. People pick up on the clue, and in some bizarre twist, Lawrence Fishburne, who people already thought she was related to, was in Aquila and the Bee, and it is hilarious. So now people are locked in. They think that Elsie is related to Lawrence Fishburne, and it kind of comical. We also had Logan betraying Brittany a bit when Brittany got gifted this clue that was a jet, signifying that her relative played for the Jets. But most people don't know that Brett Favre played a season for the Jets. So she was almost getting a get out of jail free card, but Logan, who had been her ally, confirmed to other people that Brett Favre did play for the Jets, and that I don't even know what I'm talking about. Blah, blah, blah. Let's move on. So Brittany ends up being our guesser for the episode, and she picks out Kai, and going off what Dominique told her, guesses Andra Day as her celebrity and is wrong. And then we reveal that Brittany is indeed related to Brett Favre, which we already knew, and is gone. So let's kind of go through some of the people, some of the clues, and where we're at with everyone in the house. So LC, she is Kiki Palmer's sister. We learned that this week, and I would have never got that. And the whole Lawrence Fishburne thing with Aquila and the Bee is absolutely hilarious. And all of a sudden, in my opinion, she is a contender in this show. She's gonna probably go to the end, because if everybody's on board with the Lawrence Fishburne guess, and that is not who she's related to, then we could have somebody wasting a guess on her and end up going home themselves. Pepper, she kind of gave away a little bit of her clue, saying that she wasn't allowed to take off her jacket when, you know, it was that you had to wear the item. It felt a little silly, like she could have played a little coy there. And also on top of it, like, I'm pretty sure it was the pocket square was the clue, not the jacket. So like, if you're Pepper, wouldn't you have taken out that pocket square and like tied it in your hair, or like worn it as a bandana or something, instead of just being like, yep, this is exactly the pocket square that my grandfather used to wear. So on top of that, her clue, you know, we kind of thought maybe Rat Pack previously, and someone came out with Dean Martin as the guest, which you know, on a little bit further research, I think is who she is related to. So that is interesting. Kai, you know, we had the Andra Day clue. I honestly, I don't even know who that is. But the thing that I didn't see people latch onto was Billie Holiday. You know, if that was the Billie Holiday dress, why is everyone latched onto the actress who played Billie Holiday and not Billie Holiday? Next up, Lark, starting to feel more and more that she's related to Cindy Crawford, even though Cindy Crawford wasn't an 80s runway queen. As a young boy who hit a certain age in the 90s, I can tell you that Cindy Crawford was definitely the supermodel of the 90s, and I kind of remember her wearing a pair of jean shorts on, I believe, a Pepsi commercial. So you know, that is kind of where I'm leaning on that. Dominique, so Silk Q and I were discussing in the comments last week, well, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, but it happened last week, and you know, kind of talking about who Dominique was related to, and we kind of came up with Al Sharpton after I said that the eulogy made me think of more of religion, and then on top of it, this week we got the Speaker at the Million Man March clue. So I think that confirms Dominique is related to Al Sharpton. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is kind of where I'm leaning on that front. Logan, you know what? They could show everyone a picture of Logan's relative and play one of their songs, and people still wouldn't figure it out. The only way Logan is getting kicked out of this show is if he guesses wrong. I don't think there's a chance anyone in that house is figuring out who he's related to, and like his clues have been so ridiculously generic. It just seems not fair. Like a belt buckle, okay, so it's something country, and then this week you had to wear a cowboy hat. Like, okay, once again, a generic cowboy thing. Like, if anything, that black hat would make me think someone along the lines of Garth Brooks, because when I picture Garth Brooks, he's wearing a black hat. But does that really help? Probably not, because I don't think he's related to Garth Brooks. Anybody we missed there? Amara, you know, we know that she's related to Whoopi. Louise, yeah, everybody knows that she's related to Simone Biles. And nobody wants to send her home. Everybody wants to keep her in the game. And like, if you're Brittany, why not take the guarantee to stay another week in the house? I guess in Brittany's case, people did pretty much blatantly figure out who she's related to, so that could be that. I think that's it for this week. I'll be back again next week. I will probably be a day late, so apologies about that. You know, it's summer. It's time for people to have weddings. Time for me to visit family. I got suckered into a wedding this weekend. I have to be the MC for a wedding where really I only know the bride and groom. So that could be quite interesting. But as always, everybody, really appreciate all the support on the Claim to Fame videos. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, we will see you later.